Hi, thanks for joining me for this video, which is another one in the daily series. Daily series is a short set of videos that are like little movement snacks for your day. All are about 10 minutes or under. There is a daily spine, a daily stretch, and a daily strength. And this one is our spine. So let's get going. We're going to start in quadruped, hands and knees. We're going to round our spine into our cat stretch and then reverse the other way. So I'm trying to have my wrists below my shoulders here, knees below hips. The spine has 4 movements. With each of those joints we have in the back of our body, we can flex. That's our cat. We can extend, and that's our cow. And we'll look at the other 2 shapes very soon. Let's go again. Nice, easy breathing. All right, here comes our rotation, threading the needle. Try and find your neutral spine. I'm going to tuck one hand behind the other. I'm going to rotate and bring my shoulder down and then undo that and unthread that arm till it comes all the way up to the roof. So I'm rotating, reaching through. Shoulder comes down. I'm looking over the other shoulder one way and then I'm looking over the other shoulder the other way. So we've got a rotation in one direction and a rotation in the other direction. So we're actually combining rotation and flexion and rotation and extension. And we'll do that twice more. Breathing out as you twist, maybe breathing in on this part of the twist, or by all means, try the breath pattern the other way around and see if that works better for you. Okay, now that arm that's up, that's just going to be in front of the other. So I've got one hand stacked in front of the other. I'm going to drop my hips as far away from my hands as I can and reach out. Head's nice and heavy. So a bit of a side bend here. If you try and sit as far away from the edge that your hands are reaching to, so sit your hips to the other side of the mat, you'll feel that you're getting a little bit more there. And then let's come all the way back on up and let's thread the needle the other way. So nice neutral spine. We're going to tuck all the way under one way, shoulder down, looking over my shoulder up to the roof as I move from flexion and rotation on one side, flexion and rotation on the other side. So not rushing, but a nice steady movement. Down we go. Up and open. We're going 2 more times. Okay, after this one, that hand is going to step in front of the other one, and then we're going to shift the weight back, reaching away from those hands, letting the head be heavy. Inhale, exhale there. Couple more breaths. Excellent, and then bring yourself all the way up. Okay, let's turn around, or rather roll around. So we're going to lie on our back now. So coming into a little bit of bridging. So I have my feet hip distance apart, second toe center of the knees, tips of the hips, tips of the shoulders are in line, tucking my chin in and arms by my side. So we are bridging. We're going to imprint the spine and then roll the backbone up. So I'm trying to think of that segmental control through my body. Breathe in and then breathe out, rolling down, bone by bone. We've got another 5 of these to go, imprinting and rolling the spine up, and then rolling all the way down. Good, excellent, and again, trying to really visualize that segmental control, that bone by bone movement through the back of the body, and again. You don't have to push up super high, just the range that feels comfortable for you today. All the way up. So again, we got that nice flexion through the back of the body. Here's our last time. Excellent. All right, now let's move into some rotation. So you can leave the feet where they are, or you can glue them together. Arms can open out into a T. Both of the legs are going to go one way, and then both of the legs are going to go the other way. So we've got that nice rotation through the body. If your feet are stacked like mine are, you'll get a little bit more twist because your hip will lift off a little bit more. A slightly less spinal one, I'm going to say easier, but just different really, is to have the feet apart. Okay, we're going to just build a little bit from there if you're comfortable with that. So bring the legs together and then cross one right over the top of the other. Now both of my legs, I have my right leg crossed over the top and my legs are going to go to the left. I'm going to use my bottom leg to just push down a little bit more into that top leg just to increase that stretch through the hip and give me that nice bit of rotation through the back. We're going to leave the legs crossed as they are, but come up and take them over the other way. So my right leg was crossed over the top and I'm now going to my right, and my right leg is pushing down onto my left to just increase the stretch there. All right, so let's come back to the center, change the cross of the legs, arms stay where they are. So I've got my left leg on the top of my right, and I'm going to go back to my right first of all. So now the right leg is pushing onto the left. And then we're going to leave the legs crossed as they are, but go the other way. So now the left leg is pushing down onto the right. It's a nice big rotation through the spine. Excellent. And then let's come all the way up. We're going to undo those legs and then roll yourself all the way over onto a side. I'm going to bring my bottom arm up to just give my head a little bit of a cushion. Knees are bent up, top arm is going to reach in front of you. And we're going to start with what's called a book opening, which is just this top arm, like you were a hardcover of a book, opening out. And I'm rotating my spine, getting that nice upper back movement. If this feels good for you, you could then circle the arm over the head to come back. So we go up and over, so that's our book cover, and then we go over the head, drawing a rainbow. We go up and open, we go over to come back, and again we go up and over, we circle over the head to come back, and here's our last time. Up and over, circle the head to come back. Excellent, up we come, over we go to the other side. So knees are bent up, bottom arm is making a little cushion for your head, top arm's on the floor, book openers to start off with. I haven't got a huge amount of space behind me, but my arm is trying to reach to the floor if it was available too. We've got a couple more. Okay, then we're going to add. So we go up and over, and we're going over the head to circle round. Up and over the head to circle round. Good, couple more times. Nice. And again. We'll do one more. One more just for luck. Up and over. All the way round. Nice. Okay, last little bit. We're going to roll over onto our tummy. We're coming into some extension. So legs can be apart, don't have to be super wide. They certainly don't need to be glued together. I'm going to have my hands roughly in line with my eyes, and my hands are going to be wide off the mat. Draw your belly button in, slide the shoulders down the back, and we're just going to find some extension shapes here. So we're pushing ourselves up and then gently coming all the way down. And we'll do that again, pushing into the floor, lifting the chest up. So a nice mobilizing shape for the spine. Sort of the opposite for the bridging that we did earlier. I am trying to think of my spine moving segmentally, even though it's a little bit trickier, working this way around. Just one more. All right, head yourself all the way up. Coming all the way down. Lovely, and then back we go into a little child pose. Knees together, knees apart, feet together. Rest yourself down. Of course, you can have your toes tucked under if that feels better for you. 2 deep breaths there. And then walk the hands back in towards you and bring yourself up. All right, well, thanks for joining me. That was your video 1, 2, or 3. If you're doing a series, just remember to keep moving and do whatever movement you can.